This is Janakos and this is the Google Keyboard. Ever since the initial release in 2016 of the Google Keyboard, it actually has been one of the best keyboards out there. But right now there's actually a better keyboard which is known as the Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. It's practically a Microsoft keyboard that was released back in 2010 and just got the right updates in the past 2 years. So let's get into it. When you open the keyboard itself, you are actually getting similar features that of the Google Keyboard. You're practically getting search, GIFs, emojis, clipboard, translate, autocorrect, and that's it. But there's actually a bit more to the Microsoft keyboard than the similarities to the Google Keyboard. Practically, it's actually having a bit more features, like it's having a toggle for autocorrect option, then there's a thumb mode which I'm really interested in, then the incognito mode, yes you heard it right, an incognito mode, and then you are also having a offline translate option inside the keyboard itself. So more of into the features. Suppose if I open the search bar and type time, it actually opens up a mini panel of Chrome or Bing depending upon which search engine that you choose. And if you actually choose Microsoft Edge over here, you are actually able to get a much better user experience. The next feature that I'm actually excited for is the offline translate option. The Google Keyboard also has a translate option, but it's not offline. Practically what we should do here is that install the Microsoft Translate app and then download the languages that you want to use offline, and then practically you are actually able to use the translate option offline. The next feature I'm actually excited for is the incognito mode. Suppose if I turn it on, it actually freezes the keyboard, and whatever you type in it, it won't be saved. So practically it's like a miniature version of Chrome's incognito mode where you are actually able to do an offline version of search. Over here you are actually able to do an offline version of typing in which none of your typing information is saved. The other few features that I like to mention specifically is the location feature, layouts feature, autocorrect, as well as the new emoji bar. The location feature does not work in my area currently, but what it does is it specifically saves your location and you're actually able to tag what you type to a specific location. And then there's a new toggle for autocorrect in which you are actually able to drag it to the quick panel, and then you're able to turn the autocorrect on or off. The best part about the emoji section over here is that suppose if I'm here to type whatever I want and then go to emoji section directly, it actually gives you an appropriate emoji depending upon what you had typed. The next feature is actually layouts. Most of you guys actually must be aware of QWERTY keyboard. It's practically the default keyboard that most of you use. But over here you are actually given a wide varieties of options on what kind of keyboard that you want to use, starting from A to Z as well as Q to M. There's also an inbuilt calendar over here in the keyboard itself. Practically what it does is that it says it has connection to all of your Google as well as stock calendar and just saves all of your data. And in this way you are actually able to share all of your calendar information directly from the keyboard itself. Suppose if you are actually interested in a new method of typing, you are actually given 3 different modes, which is float mode, one-handed mode, which are both the modes are actually already there in the Google Keyboard, but the next version is the version of the keyboard that's not there in the Google Keyboard, which is actually thumb mode, in which the keyboard is actually split into 2 parts and you are actually able to use both your thumb and then navigate it easily. Suppose if you're actually interested in the theming of the keyboard, the Google Keyboard allows you to customize it up to a limit, like you are actually able to put a wallpaper on it, but that's it. But in the Microsoft keyboard, you are actually able to get and download a wide varieties of keyboards. You are actually able to get what I like to call modded keyboard, and then you are actually even given pre-downloaded keyboards which are dark light, high contrast and high contrast medium. Then in the last, you are even actually able to set a wallpaper. So best feature I have been saving for last is the Microsoft keyboard's ability to save everything in the cloud. So practically your typing style, everything, even your clipboards included, can be saved in the cloud and can be accessed in a brand new device. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video was informative. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.